Can your parrots be out at the same time, even if they are a different size or a different species? Hey guys, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond and the new book, Get to Know African Gray and Cape Parrots. Both available on Amazon. Get your copy today. I am hanging out right now with Bipa, my baby Pionis, two Linnies. There's one there. I think there's another one back there. My golden conure. And right there is Ale, my second white-capped Pionis. If you are here to hear about putting different species together in the same outside space, outside of their cage, like in common space, then you are in the right place. My mission is to help increase your blissful bond with your parrot, decreasing the need for rehoming and for rescues, because I don't know how rescues do it. If you knew that this is my new golden love and that Pipa is Ale's parrot, then you're used to hanging out. I love my fans almost as much as I love my 22 plus species of parrots. Let's talk mixing species. When it comes to parrots and having them out together and making sure that they don't hurt one another, especially when they're different sizes, some of the most significant things that you want to look for are, number one, the personality of the parrots. I have had parrots that are the same species and don't get along. They're just more aggressive or whatever the case may be. Miki, yeah, I don't want you going too close. I see. Mickey, I don't want you going too close to Beatrix. Yeah. Here. Can you come on my shoulder? There you go. Yeah, I don't like birdies on my head. Like that works. So, for example, today I have my baby Linnies out with my golden conure. My golden conure is new to me, only a couple weeks. He's only been with us a couple weeks. And so I am watching to see, because although golden conures can be really friendly birds, I need to know what his particular personality is like. You want to look for a couple of things. The best birds to mix are going to be birds of either the same species, that's the best chance they're going to get along, or at least of a similar size and temperament. And what I mean by that, for example, is African gray parrots. They're pretty chill, they're pretty quiet. Amazons are about the same size, but their temperaments do not match. Amazons are loud, and maybe that's, and they're not chill, and maybe that's enough of a difference so that even though they're a similar size, they don't really get along. What is it, Ale? What is it? And that's not to say that if you have an African gray and an Amazon, they won't get along. It's to say that you're going to increase your chances if you have, for example, an African gray parrot and a Cape parrot, because they're a similar size and they're a similar temperament. Does that mean that you can't have a big bird and a little bird together? No, it doesn't mean that. It means that no matter what, but especially if you have a big bird and a little bird, you really want to watch, there we go. You really want to watch how they interact together. Now, these guys were babies together, so as far as they're concerned, they are in the same flock, and they are very unlikely to hurt each other. As a matter of fact, Miki is asking Pipa to feed her, which is kind of ironic because Pipa might be either the same age or a little younger. But because they grew up together, it's a different thing. A lot of it also depends on the age of the parrots. If you put older parrots together, they're less likely to get along. If you put young babies together, they're very likely to get along. With a small bird, like a green cheek conure, or I had once upon a time a lovebird who really liked my Amazon. So like a green cheek conure someone asked about with the macaw. Can they hang out and get along? It's possible. I wouldn't really ever leave them unsupervised, and I would certainly never put them in the same cage. If you're supervising and you're watching and you're seeing behaviors like this, where they're beaking each other, they're feeding each other, they're obviously, even though they're different sizes, not a problem. Whereas if Botrick happens to lunge, then we know that he's not loving the babies, and we have to be super careful or separate them right away. So mixing parrots can totally be done. You just really have to supervise. You have to be good at the reading body language, which is a lot easier than it can sound. And you kind of have to, or you want to match temperaments. It's more likely that that's going to work out. When it comes to the body language, to make it really easy, what you want to do is simply watch where the beak is pointing and whether or not there's lunging or whether there's affection. Can I give you some pets? These are the things, look at that, affection. So you just watch to see whether they seem to be relaxing, whether their beak is pointing in the direction. The beak points in the direction of what they're interested in. So whether they're interested in something, they might ignore another bird, or they might do something like Ali's doing right now. Oh, now he stopped. He was pointing his beak over in this direction and leaning forward. He kind of wants to come over. He kind of doesn't. Hi, Ale. Because I'm sure he doesn't like the golden conure, and he's just getting to know Bipa. So keep those things in mind. Be really careful. Be really mindful. Always supervise. And you never know. You might end up with a bonded couple that is different sizes. Or you might end up with the same species that are super bonded. Or you might have to watch and always make sure that there's no fights. But do what's best for your parrot so that you can have a blissful bond with both of your birds. Thank you for joining me in this blissful video. Be sure to check out our Valentine's Day merch at shop.parrotbliss.com, and I will see you in the next fluttering video.